It's mortgage and real estate madness. Like, just madness, okay? Like, here's what happens when a market slows right down. When a market slows right down, like we've experienced in British Columbia and Ontario, then the nuts come out. And what you see is wacky programs, wacky ideas, wacky things, stuff that's not good for the borrower, not good for the real estate buyer, not really, but is designed to find a quick fix for the mortgage broker or the real estate agent, okay? Let me give you two great ones that we've seen coming up in the last couple of weeks. We've got the craziness of 10 people, 11 people, 8 people, 9 people, like there's great numbers of people buying a big single family home together, like good money, anything from 1.4 million to 1.9 million. And the reason we found out about it, somebody called our company, said, hey, we got 11 people. We just want to feel you out for rates and how it would work. And I immediately thought, this is nuts. Okay. We exist in a world where people are married and sleep together and they break up and need to sell a house. Like, what are we doing with 10 people? Like, everybody says, no, you can have legal agreements to cover everything. Well, you can have legal agreements to cover everything, but you won't cover everything because life happens, arguments happen, things happen. We could never get out of these people. Who is going to live in the place? Who is sort of an investor? How is it all going to work out? What was the plan? It was just an inquiry about rates. But then all of a sudden I'm hearing from other mortgage brokers. Yeah, we have these people, there's 10 of them, and they want it. Then I was reading a post on Mortgage Broker Facebook out on the West Coast, out in the Vancouver area. Yeah, I got like 10 people want to buy this house. What do we... By the way, this is not in a holdco. This is not a corporate purchase. That would sort of make sense. A corporate purchase would sort of make sense. People pulling their money together and they're buying a sixplex or they're buying a fourplex and it's all in the company name. And that way shareholders could change over the course of time if somebody needed to sell a share. No, this is not that. This is everybody on title. Everybody on title, everybody on the mortgage. Let me just give you one glimpse of how stupid this is. The way a mortgage works, and we don't even know that many lenders who would allow 10 people on title, but let's just say it existed. So 10 people, everyone is responsible for 100% of the mortgage. Think about that. You're only on title for a tenth of the property, but you're responsible for 100% of the mortgage. This is all crazy stuff. Speculations about rentals, speculations the market might come back to life. All silly. Now, let me get you to the next super weird, screwy idea. Super weird, screwy idea number 2, 5% down payment on a $1.7 million house. Yeah, I've seen that like 3 times on TikTok now. 3 times in social media I've seen, yeah, this is really interesting. They're mortgage brokers promoting this. Now they say things like, oh yeah, you're putting 5% down, but then we have another company or entity is going to put the rest, the 15% down, and then blah, blah, blah. And then it gets really scarce on details. It's just, hey, great idea. You want to own a $1.7 million house and you got 5%? We're going to get you in there, okay? I think there's one hell of a lot of details, okay? I think there's a lot going on there. I have so many suspicions, all right? In Canada, it has to be less than $1 million for a legitimate program where you can put you can't even put 5% down. You'd end up putting about 6.75% down. You can't do it. I mean, you under $500,000, you can put 5% down, and that's a legit program. There's a huge, whopping mortgage insurance premium from CMHC or Sagen or Canada Guarantee. That's a legit program. But this thing on 1.7 million, I wonder where they get that number from. 1.7 million, put 5% down. This other organization is going to put in the rest. You're going to make the payments, bibbidi boo. Like, none of it makes sense. It's a private mortgage thing. It's got to be like you're paying the payments, but they're sharing in the equity. Maybe they have more of the equity. Like, all those details are very much on the down low when you hear this thing on TikTok. Folks, please. At the end stage of a real estate cycle, at the point where a lot of people have not been making money in real estate, no commissions, much less in mortgage brokerage, people start to come out with wacky ideas to try to make money. And it's a wacky idea to put 5% down on 1.7 million, have shared equity with some other organization. Like, who knows what madness this is? I don't want to know. I don't want to be involved. People say, well, Ron, you should educate yourself. No, I don't want to educate myself. I want to avoid all forms of real estate and mortgage madness, which are really just designed to create a commission for the people involved. If you're out there and you're reading these things, hearing about these things, if you're being encouraged to join a group of 10 or 11 or whatever number of people and get yourself an investment property, think twice, 3 times, 10 times. These things are never going to work out the way you expect.